Hey gents, today we are talking performance dress shirts, and I don't know if you can see in this one, but this one doesn't really fit. I kind of outgrew it, so let's switch it up here. That is much better. So today we're gonna talk about performance dress shirts, and they are, in my opinion, the ultimate dress shirts to go for if you wear dress shirts every day, if you wear dress shirts when you travel, or if you just really like shirts that are extremely comfortable and you want this collared look. I think that performance dress shirts are the best way to go. There's been a lot of updates since I did a video on this in 2018, so this is the 2020 update to a lot of there. The space has been very exciting. There's been a lot of changes, so let's dive into the roundup of the best performance dress shirts. My goal with these roundups are threefold. Number one, give you the most honest review that I can on utilizing these products and using them on a day-to-day basis so that you can then make the best decision. This video has no sponsors. There are affiliate links down in the description that help support the channel and bring you independent videos like this. Number two is to introduce you to the entire space. So talk about all of the different options that are in this space, because I've tried to do my research not just in wearing these, but also bringing you other brands that I am aware of, and also what to look for in each of those at the different price points so you can make an informed decision. And three is to distill down the questions that I still get from you guys on a daily basis on this category, and so trying to answer each of those so that you have the best information possible. I'll put timestamps down in the description if you want to jump around the video, but I'll start off at the top giving you my picks in certain categories, and then I'll talk about each one just a little bit because I've already done this video and it was very long, and so I'm going to try and make this one a little bit quicker for you. Let's briefly talk about the benefits of a performance dress shirt and why you might pick one. Number one is easy care. So the number one feature with a lot of these shirts is the fact that it is some sort of athletic material, which is going to give you a lot of stretch and comfort. Number two, that gives you a lot of wrinkle resistance, so that if you're really sick of just 100% cotton shirts that wrinkle, this anti-wrinkle resistance is usually way better than even the best wrinkle resistance on a standard dress shirt, and then the stretch and comfort included in that. And then on top of that, especially if you're in warmer climates and hot climates, the shirts have a lot of built-in moisture wicking, which is going to make you feel very cool, but also it'll help to reduce this, like the pit stains and sweat stains that guys typically get on these without the need for an undershirt. The other thing too with this category is I typically don't wear undershirts with my dress shirts anyway. I have been wearing a lot for a roundup that's coming very soon. But with the performance dress shirts, you kind of cancel out some of the benefits of the performance dress shirt if you wear an undershirt underneath it, if it's also not performance. You know, the big thing that Mizzen and Maine really built their brand on was not blowing out elbows. If you wear dress shirts a lot and you blow out the elbows, having some kind of stretch or better material on the elbows is going to stop you from blowing those out. I haven't blown one out in a long time since I started switching to these. So let's talk about the best overall dress shirt, which is a big change from the 2018 version of this video because this company is very new, and it is Manual Outfitters. Manual Outfitters has the best fabric, the best construction, and the best overall performance of any dress shirt that I've ever tested. You do pay for that. It's $155 per shirt. They do have some bundles, but the design of the shirt itself, the gussets that you get underneath the armpit, the way that the fabric not only wicks moisture but also is water repellent, and the way that it looks just like a standard dress shirt. Now, some of the collar points are a little bit shorter on there, and there's some very minor details, but if you're looking for the best dress shirt, best overall performance, wrinkle resistance, everything, easy care, Manual Outfitters is amazing. The next pick that I would have in the best overall is going to be Woody's, and that is because it has very similar characteristics to the Manual shirt, but you can order it in a custom size, and they have an algorithmic sizing feature with a fit guarantee, and it also, the fabric has great stretch. It looks like a dress shirt. They have a stain water resistant version of their performance dress shirt, and I find it to be great. And the third to really look at is the Bonobos Swiss tech shirt. They have a daily grind, but the Swiss tech shirt is a very similar fabric to the Manual one, which is the Scholler 3X dry shirt, which is fantastic. Because I basically have two modes of picking out my clothes. Either I have to pick certain shirts because I'm trying to test them out, or I just want the best thing, what am I reaching for? And those three are easily the top that I go for when I'm trying to wear just a great dress shirt, let alone a performance dress shirt. And before we get to the rest of the categories, I just want to talk about the materials to look for when you're looking for a performance dress shirt. So just having like a 99% cotton, 1% spandex shirt, to me, does not make a performance dress shirt. It makes a dress shirt with some stretch in it, which is very nice, but you really want to look for the technical fabrics that are used in these shirts to then give you the performance aspects. So a really good example is this tech flannel from Western Rise. This has Cool Max nylon in it, and it gives it a really unique stretch properties and overall cooling comfort, but it also has that flannel feel to it, and it can also feel very warm when layered properly. You can also look for Scholler. They are a Swiss fabric technology company that makes the amazing Bonobos Tecchinos, the Hill City ones that I recommended, and it's just a very specialized type of manufacturing and expertise that gives you amazing results in the performance fabrics, and so that's what you see in the Manual Outfitters and the Bonobos shirts. I'd also consider shirts with wool in there to be a little bit performance, and you see that with wool and prints shirts. You also see that with some of the recycled materials that Ministry of Supply uses, so they have, you know, wool composite shirts in there, and wool is really the natural performance fabric of nature. It's antimicrobial, it is cooling, it is easy care and everything. So I'd say look behind the label a little bit on there. And digging into that is really why, for me, Mizzen and Main has dropped out of almost every category in this roundup, because all credit to them, they truly created this category as a performance dress shirt, but they've done it without really expanding the product line and in evolving the performance dress shirt overall. They still have their 100% polyester shirts, which are, you know, easy care, easy stretch, but they haven't really integrated the features that I love about the performance fabrics that I just recommended from Scholler, where you get some of the stuff where it's anti-stink and water resistance and everything else. And so, you know, Mizzen Main created this category, but I think other companies have popped up to really take that spot when they bring in these excellent technical fabrics. Now for the shirts that are performance but look most like a typical dress shirt, and that is going to be the Bonobos, either the Daily Grind or the Swiss Technical Fabrics. That shirt, to me, if you wear it, it's indistinguishable from a standard dress shirt, the way that the collar is designed, the way that the fabric looks up close, and then you on top of that get the great performance. Woody's dress shirts, same thing. I can wear that and it's indistinguishable from performance fabric, but it is very stretchy, very comfortable. The lowest price and really the budget pick out of this roundup is going to be from Twillery. I talked about Twillery in my last video, but they did a 2.0 of their fabric where they basically improved everything I complained about in my original video, where they fixed the buttons, the fabric is a little bit more substantial, it still has all the properties that you want in a performance fabric, but if you buy a bundle of them, you can get them down to like just over $50. And so if you really want a place to start with and, you know, understand this category a little bit, but you don't want to go to the, you know, $125 Mizzen and Main shirts, I think you can get some of the stuff out of the Twillery shirts, and it's worth looking into there. The shirts with the most stretch, and this is a big question that I get from you guys, Woody's has a lot of stretch, but Manual Outfitters, easily the most stretch out of all of these shirts, but still maintains its integrity. Also worth a mention around most stretch is Buttercloth. Buttercloth is definitely, like, I would say the most casual dress shirt of this entire roundup. Not only for their designs, but the fabric itself. It has very good wrinkle resistance, which is nice. And Buttercloth is definitely worth a look, because if there was a most eccentric category in this roundup, I think Buttercloth would be in there. I just didn't find the hallmarks of other performance fabrics in theirs. Definitely a lot of stretch, soft, comfortable, wrinkle resistance, but when it comes to like any kind of temperature control, moisture wicking, heat regulating aspects, that's where Buttercloth didn't really line up. But very interesting designs, contrast cuffs. To me, this feels like dress shirts that guys in California would wear, because it's soft, cool, and comfortable. It looks kind of interesting, and it's very casual. So the most stretch definitely goes to Manual. Mizzen and Main has a lot of stretch too. Now, best performance, this one I try to take away the requirement to really look like a dress shirt and what is the best, just like great performance out of the shirt, and given all the things you want in a dress shirt. Outlier has amazing shirts, amazing fabrics, but their Oxford shirt that is $198, also the most expensive in the roundup here, just doesn't really look like a dress shirt. It's an amazing casual Oxford shirt that I end up wearing a lot, and it is the most technical fabric out of all of the ones in the roundup, but it'll give you the best performance. It just doesn't truly look like a dress shirt. So that one's a great pick, but those are the caveats on there. And the other really great performance, I really like what Bluffworks is doing. Their shirt does look like a true dress shirt. It also has amazing anti-wrinkle. Like if there's one of these out of the entire roundup that I would like crumble up, throw in a suitcase, and then go ahead and wear, Bluffworks is really designed for that, and they have some great patterns in there too, and some great fit options. So Bluffworks is definitely worth a look if you're looking for amazing performance. Manual is kind of the default in this one, because I think they're the best overall, but if you're comparing the wrinkle resistance between Bluffworks and Manual, because of the fabric differences, you just don't get the same wrinkle resistance with a Manual, so that's why there's like, you know, caveat after caveat after caveat. Now the best fit would be easy just to say any of the custom ones, but I also wanted to have the ranking in there of what do I think about the performance fabrics themselves, because Woody's easily the best fit. Deo Veritas, same thing. You can put in your measurements. They also have a smart algorithm where you can get the right fit on there. And then I did put in Stance. Stance performance fabric leaves a lot to be desired when compared to the other custom ones in here, but they are a company where you can customize a lot of the different points of the shirts. They deliver very fast, and so you can get a really good fit. And then on top of that, Bonobos and Bluffworks are similar in there, where you can buy, you know, your shirt size. Bluffworks is a really good example. You get a medium, slim, tall, like that would be the perfect size for me. Bluffworks, same thing. If you want to get like a trim fit or a slim fit, they have a ton of sizes in there. And so the best fit, if you don't want to go full custom, which is Deo Veritas and Woody's, you can go to Bonobos or Bluffworks and you can get that kind of modular fit and still get it very quickly. And that's what's nice about those companies, is it's like you order and it ships in 2 days. And what's really nice about these custom companies too is since you can customize different parts of the shirt. On here I have the, you know, cocktail cuffs, which is a James Bond staple, and then I also have a $1 million collar in there as well. So a very nice, you know, sturdy collar. If you typically go tieless, I think the $1 million collar is a really nice option to add in there. And I think a really nice unsung feature about some of these shirts, the manual one and the Woody's stain repellent version of their performance shirt, is that it is water resistant. And so not only will water fleck off of it, but any kind of like food or stains, they're stain resistant, which is a really nice feature, even while keeping the fabric looking natural. Finally, just a couple of honorable mentions in the roundup. I want to talk about Western Rise. They're doing some really cool things. I really like their tech chinos, and this is their tech wool flannel. And then they also have a couple of other wool shirts in there. I think Western Rise is a cool one to look at. Not truly dress shirt, but casual shirts, amazing. And then you get the performance in there, extremely comfortable. And then Tailored Athlete. So this was the shirt that I was wearing of the beginning here. My beef with the whole thing though is that most of their dress shirts even have this TA on there, and I think the only brands that can really get away with that are Ralph Lauren and Brooks Brothers and Lacoste. And so they have the dress shirts, and these are made, like you can see right on the site, if you're really built and you're really buff, they're made to be athletic fit, kind of like State and Liberty. State and Liberty is another one where I just find the fabric to be like okay, but they have the cuts for athletic guys. But a lot of this stuff is made, you know, you can get the sizing right from these companies. You don't have to go to a company that is specifically athletic. If you go to some of the custom companies, they'll be able to fit you really well. So I think Tailored Athlete is worth looking at if you have a huge drop and giant biceps. Not a problem that I have, but I'm trying to be more respectful of other body types on here, not just tall, lanky guys like me. So there you have it, gents. I don't think I have any more notes on the dress shirts in there. Would love to hear from you guys. It's always helpful to understand, you know, what you do and don't like about not just the roundups, but the companies themselves. Guys learn a lot just by going through my comments, because you guys are so amazing at giving feedback and giving your input on these types of things. So I'd really love to see you down there. I'll jump in as I can and answer any questions. You can also reach out at @_Kavalier on Twitter and Instagram. Hope you guys enjoy the roundup approach for the rest of the year. I'll definitely be sprinkling in one-off videos here and there, but my goal this year is to do a lot more of these roundups to help you distill your searches for the best products out there, and basically spend the least amount of time going through my videos, because that was a problem in the past. And so talk to you guys down in the comments. Love to see you guys. As always, until next time, gents, this is the Kavalier.